Coming up tonight, how local organizers and families are both teaming up to help fight food insecurity on the Central Coast.
Central Coast, thank you for watching KION 546.
Tonight at 11, labor strikes continue nationwide. Plus, eliminating hunger is a goal for many on the Central Coast. How residents bonded to help put food in people's bellies.
The Central Coast finally saw some rain. I'm still tracking a few of those lingering showers. What this means for the start of your week.
In our top story this evening, crews have a steady hold on the Estrada fire. How weather is helping combat the blaze.
This is KION News Channel 546 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here for KION News at 11. I'm Taryn Mitchell. Well, Santa Cruz County fire crews are in their third day of trying to contain the Estrada fire that broke out earlier this week after a prescribed burn got out of control. Well, today that fire currently stands at 60% containment. Fire officials tell KION they'll continue to work hard to get that fire fully contained.
Hoping to increase that even more throughout the day and the night, so we could get to 100% containment in the next couple days. And it's at 148 acres, no fire growth whatsoever.
Well, she also mentions tonight's expected moisture conditions will also help further contain that fire. Well, according to officials, with the remaining evacuation warnings lifted earlier today, people who live nearby should now feel secured in their homes. Well, food insecurity is an ongoing issue on the Central Coast. And this week, more than 2,000 low-income families and immigrant individuals received boxes at a no cost. Our very own Jonathan Sarabia talked with organizers and families about the need within the local community.
Look, it has grapes, broccoli, strawberries, and apples.
Monterey County Office of Education and the Migrant Education Program partner with Amor Organics and Aggregator Inc. from Watsonville to distribute 2,500 boxes of food. This World Food Day effort is dedicated to Alfred Diaz Infante, who was the CEO and president of Chispa and worked to make affordable housing available, especially for farm workers. Lorena Reyes is a mother of 3 and is one of the thousands of families who benefited from the event. Reyes says the cost of food is rising, which is why it was important for her to receive a box of food.
I told myself I'm going. It's gonna help a lot, especially right now that vegetables and fruits are expensive. And well, it helps a lot, just not having to worry that you don't have enough money to buy it. Plus, my son loves grapes and broccoli.
The boxes hold 14 fresh food items. Some of those include vegetables which were given out at public schools and local organizations to families who are in need, especially to those who are low income, immigrants, and homeless.
In Monterey County, there are approximately 74,000 students throughout our public schools, and we estimate about 20% of them that have some financial low-income food insecurity as a result of that low-income status. And so we're just making every effort to eliminate child hunger, and we want to support in any way that we can.
And despite leaving additional boxes at some location, it still was not enough to meet the demand since more families showed up than what was initially expected.
When we got here, there was already a line almost all the way around the school, and so we actually left another 100 or another 50 boxes here so that we could try to supply the food for all these families that were lined up.
But Assistant Superintendent Ernesto Vela also says that in the future they hope to also offer warm meals.
It's the goal of the Monterey County office, recognizing that we have a population in our community that may not have a place to go cook a meal. We want to work towards offering warm meals to those families so that obstacle is not in the way and they can enjoy a nutritious meal.
Reporting from Salinas, Jonathan Sarabia, KION News, Channel 546.
Well, we go around California now to where the Alisal fire is still burning down in Santa Barbara County. Los Padres National Forest confirms that the blaze has grown to 17,000 acres, and at our last update, it is 78% contained. There are currently more than 1,500 fire personnel attending to that fire. Let's go ahead and check in this evening with Weather Authority Erica Brettine, and we got some showers this evening on the coast.
We did. You needed that umbrella or that rain jacket this evening. Those roads are still wet out there as well. We still have some lingering showers, but they are starting to push to the east of us. So we aren't seeing that heavy band like we were seeing earlier. That is, like I mentioned, pushing off to the east, but we still have some lingering showers out there, especially in the Hollister area I was noticing, and even down in the Soledad area. So again, rainfall totals are very much appreciated. I did receive a few earlier today, so thank you very much for taking the time and sending them our way. I did kind of do a rough estimate of what I am seeing now. I'm still totaling these together, but as far as some of those locations that people sent reports from, Bonnie Doon, you're looking at actually Bonnie Doon in Monterey is over 1/10 of an inch, so that is some good news there. We definitely need that moisture. Seaside, we saw about 7/100 of an inch, 4/100 of an inch in Salinas, Hollister 3/100 of an inch, and Aptos only 0.01. But again, I'm still tallying everything together, but that's not bad. We haven't seen rain for a while, so it was a very welcome sight here. Well, we do have some cooler temperatures. That was very much the significant change that we saw today, not just the rain, and those temperatures are going to continue to drop into tomorrow. I'll have those details and your full forecast in just a bit.
Thanks so much, Erica. Well, there are a number of power outages this evening on the Central Coast. According to PG&E's website, about 197 customers are without power in Santa Cruz. Along with that, San Juan Bautista has also reported a total of 461 outages. While the cause for these outages is currently unknown, PG&E expects power to be restored later this evening. And around 6 p.m. this evening, fire crews responded to a report of smoke. This did come out of Ellie's Great American Restaurant in Salinas. Well, according to an employee, an AC short-circuited result in smoke coming out of the restaurant's vents. The restaurant closed its doors to allow the place to air out. Well, employees nationwide are on strike, that is regardless of their industry. Well, this is primarily due to staffing shortages and benefits. Lilia Luciano takes a closer look this evening.
Pandemic pressure is spurring strikes, including this one in a suburb of Minneapolis.
You don't mess with the nurses.
A walkout by nurses prompted a hospital in Plymouth to close its emergency room.
This is like my 5th picket during this pandemic. I find that deplorable.
Staffing shortages and the battle over benefits are impacting almost every industry. 10,000 John Deere workers are on strike. The Illinois-based company is expected to post record profits this year. Action. And a 60,000 Hollywood production workers strike was tentatively averted this weekend at the 11th hour, though union members must still vote on the 3-year deal with the studios.
Union members are steaming mad. It's another 300 wine bottles.
Alicia Haverland is a prop master in the IATSE union.
What were some of people's complaints? I think it's the constant endless feeling that A, you're going to lose your job, and B, you're never going to sleep. I was never hoping for a strike. I was hoping for a real, reasonable contract.
They called it a Hollywood ending. Is it?
I make Michael Bay movies. Things blow up. That's kind of a Hollywood ending. I guess it depends on the movie.
Here in LA, a strike by Hollywood crews has been averted for now, but nationwide, many workers are walking off the job and right onto the picket line.
Well, as for vaccination efforts here on the Central Coast, the state reports that over 553,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in Monterey County. Along with that, 378,000 doses have been given out in Santa Cruz County. And over 77,000 people in San Benito County have rolled up their sleeves. Well, we're already halfway through October, which means that Halloween and Dia de los Muertos are right around the corner. Santa Cruz County Department of Public Health does have some tips on how you can stay safe this Halloween. They recommend that you wear a face mask and note that masks that are a part of your costume will not count and won't necessarily protect you or those around you from the virus. And the department also recommends that you gather outdoors in small groups and stay home if you are feeling sick or are exposed to someone with COVID. Well, still ahead this evening, Erica Brettine gives us a preview at what's in store for your work week forecast. Plus, today marks 32 years since the Loma Prieta earthquake happened, how California residents are remembering. And later on, our very own Max Charlton talks about sports and why it's bringing a sense of normalcy for our young athletes.
KION has been brought to you by Primo Roofing.
Hi, I'm Gary Vick from Carl's Jr. Restaurants, the place where food dreams become reality. The California International Air Show is back this October 30th and 31st and will feature the United States Air Force Thunderbirds, monster trucks, the Kid Zone, world-class drag racing, and more. We want to give you a chance to bring along a friend. So stop by any Monterey County Carl's Jr. and get 2 California International Air Show tickets for the price of 1 when you purchase any delicious combo meal. See you there.
I'm thankful for the air I'm breathing. I know that times get tough, but keep on looking up and see we've got so much. I've got to say thank you for all I've got today. Thank you. Whoa, say it to the sunshine, tell it to the blue sky. Thank you.
Celebrate your need for speed at the 40th Annual California International Air Show Salinas, starring the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds high-flying, high-speed demonstration jet team. Also, featuring excitement on the ground to satisfy your need for speed. Experience the explosive energy of world-class drag racing demonstration, Smokin' Thunder, and monster trucks, and classic cars at the Cherry's Jubilee Revival. Hey kids, don't forget the Kid Zone or the Chevron STEM exhibit. Fun for the whole family. Come to the air show at the Salinas Airport, October 30th and 31st. Get your tickets now.
All right, here we go. Miller in motion. Wait, is that a baby on the field?
It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we could all use more ways to save.
Are you kidding me?
That's got to be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Welcome back. In other news, today is the 32nd anniversary of the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake, while the epicenter of which was here in Santa Cruz County. The quake is named after Loma Prieta Peak in the Santa Cruz Mountains and caused a significant amount of damage in Santa Cruz and Monterey counties, as well as the Bay Area. Well, this did last less than a minute, but the memories of the deadly quake still linger more than 30 years later. 63 people were killed in that event and another 4,000 were injured. Let's check in this evening with Weather Authority Erica Brattin on how our weather forecast is doing on the Central Coast. Good evening, Erica.
And Taryn, well, you probably didn't just need the umbrella this evening. You probably needed that jacket today. It was significantly cooler than what we've been seeing the last couple of days. Take a look at some of our daytime highs. Salinas 67, Corralito 72, 69 for Big Sur, 71 for Monterey, 78 for Carmel Valley, and Hollister, you were a high of 71. Now, as you can tell, these aren't in order because I was actually going off of these temperatures from yesterday. And yes, when I say significant cool down, Salinas, you were at 92 yesterday. We saw a 25-degree decrease in our temperatures today in Salinas. That was the same across the Central Coast. Look at that, Corralito. So you were at 90 yesterday. You saw a drop of 18 degrees. So it was definitely cooler out there. And we're actually going to be dropping a few more degrees tomorrow as well. Just a few though. Winds out there right now, so the system passes through. We are seeing some breezy conditions in the valley location. So the Salinas Valley right now is seeing some gusts in the 20-mile-per-hour range. Seeing that as well in the Hollister area, some gusts up in the 10-mile-per-hour as well as Monterey. So we will see those winds die down as we head into the overnight hours. And our temperatures, of course, will be dropping, but not a huge drop. Temperatures mostly in the 50s. We'll see some 40s for our inland locations for overnight. Now tomorrow, like I mentioned, we are going to stay on the cool side because on the back side of this cold front is actually some cool air. So we'll have some cold air mass tomorrow in place. So that's why our temperatures are dropping a bit more. But on Tuesday, we'll have this ridge of high pressure build back in. It's a very weak ridge, but as it builds back in, we'll warm up our temperatures just a smidge on Tuesday. Before our next system moves in on Wednesday, it does have an associated cold front with it as well, which means, yeah, it looks like we could be getting another round of some light showers. I'm thinking super early Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. So we do have a chance of another round of light showers on Wednesday. We'll continue continue to track that for you as we head into the week. As far as tomorrow, though, we are going to continue to see some of those lingering showers. Mostly those high clouds are going to be lingering through the overnight hours. We'll continue to see those as we wake up tomorrow morning, but then by tomorrow afternoon, I really do think we'll see mostly sunny skies with maybe a few lingering clouds out there, especially around the coastal locations. But tomorrow overall is looking pretty nice. That sunshine's going to feel nice and warm compared to those temperatures out there. So if you need to get some of that heat, go ahead and step outside into that sunlight. Here's a look at those temperatures tomorrow. 63 for Santa Cruz. We're going to be dropping into those mid 60s in the Santa Cruz Mountains. 59 for Davenport. We're going to see a mix of 50s, upper 50s to low 60s on the coast tomorrow. 61 for Marina, 63 for Cashville, 64 for Salinas. In the Santa Clara Valley, we're looking at those mid 60s and even seeing 63 for Hollister. For the Monterey Peninsula, we're seeing those cool temperatures out there as well. 64 for Monterey. Probably our coolest temperatures around the Monterey Peninsula. 62 for Pacific Grove and Carmel by the Sea. 60 tomorrow. Up and down the Salinas Valley, no 70s out there tomorrow. We're going to be mostly in the 60s, and maybe if we do get a 70, it's probably going to be down near Bradley and southern Monterey County. Let's go ahead and take a look at your next 7 days for you. Like I mentioned, we could have some lingering showers tomorrow, but for the most part, we're going to be clearing out, and we're going to continue to clear out into Tuesday. But look at this, that change on Wednesday, another chance of some light patchy showers, and that's going to start the trend of some cloudy weather, and we are watching for another chance or another system coming in Friday. We'll continue to track that for you because it could impact some of your weekend plans. That's going to be the case as we head inland as well. We may see some lingering showers. Next couple of days, we're still going to remain on the cool side. We'll see some sunshine before some of those clouds start to sneak in midweek and stay with us through most of the rest of the week.
Thanks, Erica. Well, for many young athletes, this fall has been their first taste of normalcy since the pandemic began. Our very own Max Tarleton has more on how to be mindful if your child is enrolled in a youth sports program.
Since many kids haven't been participating in organized sports for such a long time, resuming those sports after a year or more of lockdown where inactivity was the norm for many, it could lead to an uptick in injuries. Student athletes had quite the break from the field during the pandemic, and even though kids may have been active while at home, there's a different level of intensity when competing. The duration of games, movement patterns, and energy used can put increased stress on the body. Overuse can also happen to joints as a result of excessive use, but also due to underpreparedness.
So there has to be a gradual progression in order to prevent an increased risk for injury as we get back into sports.
Some of the signs that young athletes exhibit when injured are having increased pain or continued pain, not using traditional movement patterns or form, and overcompensating with certain body parts and movements.
If they are having pain, then it's important to, of course, get them off the field. But I think the most important part with this is education also. So having them understand that it's not a sign of weakness and that it's very important in terms of your long-term health to manage an injury appropriately.
It's recommended for athletes and parents to talk to their local athletic trainers. Most organizations, teams, and schools have one designated to their students. They're also trained on local guidelines, returning to sports safely, injury prevention, and are able to help manage and treat basic injuries. Now, experts say it's important to take the extra precautions to prevent any form of injury. If you have a question or concern, send me a message at KION546.com. In the Digital Operations Center, Max Tarleton, KION News Channel 546.
And we'll have more news after the break, everyone. Stick with us.
Get the app, get the alert. Know about severe weather in your area with the KION Weather Authority app.
California, a new generation of the Ford F-150 is here with a redesigned interior, over-the-air software updates, and best-in-class available towing. Right now, get 0% financing on the 2021 Ford F-150, only at your California Ford dealers.
For those in search for that one-of-a-kind style, Poppleton's Fine Furnishings and Interior Design has what you need for a flawless and refined space. Modern, transitional, or traditional, we have a large selection to choose from in our 16,000 square foot showroom, including antiques. Our talented, certified, and degreed interior designers offer design consulting to make any room complete. Along with incredible furnishings, find that perfect accessory or accent piece. We offer immediate delivery. Poppleton's Fine Furnishings and Interior Design on Lighthouse Avenue.
Elder Day for Santa Cruz County. Let seniors and adults with disabilities maintain independence. Elder Day is an adult day healthcare center providing memory care, health management, meals, art, exercise, and social activities, and may be free for Medi-Cal clients or covered by your insurance. Transportation provided by Liftline. Call 458-3481 or visit communitybridges.org/elderday for details. Elder Day. Live at home. Spend the day with us.
Do you want better? Who doesn't want better? A better job at a better company with better benefits? Well, you can have better, and it can start with a better education. University of Massachusetts Global is a better university. We are leaders in teaching adults the skills they need to better their lives so they can be better leaders. Accredited programs, expert instructors, and outstanding support mean better student satisfaction. Better can start today with a better online education. Better enroll now at umassglobal.edu, formerly Brandman University.
The 2021 Ford Explorer is the SUV of the future, built for everyone. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus with an available hybrid engine to go farther on every tank. Now lease a 21 Ford Explorer XLT for $299 a month, only at your California Ford dealers.
Welcome back. The Salinas native is.
I've been around the sport since I was 3 days old. I went to my first Hartnell softball game.
Casey Watt was born and raised in Salinas. Her father, Andy Watt, was the Hartnell softball coach for nearly 3 decades. With Andy's college coaching career done, Casey has decided to follow her dad's footsteps after being named the new coach for the team.
You know, to have your own kids follow in your footsteps is really exciting, super exciting. But I think her footprint's going to be way bigger than mine.
Casey played varsity all 4 years at Salinas High School before she went on to play at San Jose State for another 5 years. After college, Casey spent 3 years coaching at 2 different colleges, one of them being her alma mater. And she says being able to coach where her passion for softball started was an offer she couldn't resist.
I used to come out to this field every other day when I was in high school and hit buckets of balls down the foul line. So it's really special to be able to come back here to where a lot of my own softball growth happened.
Hartnell College Athletic Director Dan Teresa says he and Andy joined Hartnell the same year. Teresa says Andy was able to build a successful program at Hartnell, leaving a legacy behind. A legacy that now includes Casey.
She's the golden ticket. You know, you don't find too many coaches like that. We've built a family atmosphere in the department, and bringing Casey in just adds to that because she knows what it's all about with her dad being here.
With the help of her assistants, her team has grown to have 13 players. Casey says she looks forward to building her own program, but also implementing what she's learned from her coaching mentors, including her dad.
I want to make the program better than it ever has been, and really build and grow the love for the game that these ladies already have.
I think she'll have a lot more success and be a better softball coach than I ever was. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how much she can develop and grow here at Hartnell.
Reporting from Salinas, Jonathan Sarabia, KION News, Channel 546.
Well, James Bond was no match for Michael Myers. At the box office, David Daniel has our estimates for the weekend's top 5 films.
God will not punish those who tell the truth.
The Last Duel had a rough first weekend. The historical epic starring Matt Damon, Jodie Comer, and Adam Driver debuted in 5th place with just $4.8 million. The Addams Family 2 made $7.2 million to finish 4th in its 3rd weekend out. Venom, Let There Be Carnage gobbled up $16.5 million for 3rd place and a domestic total of $168 million.
So you're not dead. Hello, Q, I've missed you.
No Time to Die didn't have much time on top. The Bond flick fell to 2nd in its sophomore weekend, earning $24.3 million for a 10-day domestic total of just under $100 million.
Tommy?
A killer debut for Halloween Kills. The latest horror flick in the long-running franchise opened with $50.4 million in ticket sales, even as it also debuted on a streaming service. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Well, coming up, what legendary singer holds a new record in the Guinness Book of World Records? We'll tell you who after the break.
Get the app, get the alert, stay informed on the stories important to you with the KION News app.
Hi, I'm JJ Jeffries from Gold Star Buick GMC. We're right on the corner, right on the price, right from the Salinas Auto Mall. Wow, check it out. A 2021 Yukon, just ready for delivery. That's right, no dealer markup here at Gold Star Buick GMC, where we have hundreds and hundreds of trucks available coming in each and every day. Come on down right now, take a test drive. Right here, right now, at Gold Star Buick GMC. We're right on the corner and right on the price. We are professional grade.
Welcome to this world. You have some big shoes to fill. People will tell you what to eat. Everyone will have an opinion.
Higher, just hold your head a little higher.
And yes, there will be tears. Lots of new introductions.
4 ounces, that's a good sign.
Sleepless nights.
That's normal. Okay.
So many new toys. It's not going to be easy, but together we got this. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
When you see the Andersons Lock and Safe logo, you know you have the best in the business to take care of your security needs. Generations of experience bring you the most knowledgeable and reputable team the industry has to offer. We offer residential and commercial services, rekeying, safe sales and service, and much more. Don't trust just any locksmith. Trust Anderson's Lock and Safe, keeping the community secure since 1947.
You love to cook, but you don't love to grind. So you get Home Chef. All the ingredients for mouth-watering meals that you make in minutes. You still feel the heat, but not enough to get out of the kitchen. From 10-minute fast and fresh meals to 30-minute meal kit masterpieces, there's always something amazing to cook with Home Chef. Delicious? Meet simple. Get $80 off your first month at homechef.com.
Welcome back. Any of you set a record? Well, I'll tell you who has. Tony Bennett's latest project has put him in the record books. Well, good for him. The Grammy Award-winning singer just set a Guinness World Record for being the oldest person to release an album of new material. Well, his Love for Sale collaboration with the one and only Lady Gaga was released back on October 1st. Now, at the time, Bennett was 95 years old. 95 years and, 60 days old, excuse me. That's pretty interesting. Well, props to him.
Yes.
I have to ask you, if you could set a world record, what would you do?
That's a great question. I would have to think about that one.
That's been my goal since I was a kid to actually get in that book. I don't know what for, but
Terrence, start warming up those vocal cords, I guess.
I do it for 28 minutes straight. I think I'm already on the fast track to do that.
Maybe it would be how fast you could read a newscast.
Okay, I think I can do that. If the person who writes the book's watching, I'm your girl. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Share breaking news, photos,